Why do I work? And what kind of work do I do? I have a lot of you guys just always asking me these questions in my DM or on my Snapchat. Hey Keegan, you always mention quite a lot in your videos you have a side job besides doing YouTube. But what is it? If you can't goddamn tell what I do, I'm sorry man, then you just haven't been watching the content recently. Nah, I'm just kidding. As you know, a couple of days ago, I think, matter of fact, a week ago or 6 days ago, I showed you guys what I did as my work. Now, I'm just gonna keep it very honest, man. I'm very, very lucky and, to be quite fair, privileged, because you just have to realize if you are a YouTuber and you can make it a living and live with those earnings, revenue you get a year, a monthly, you've got a privilege because you are lucky enough to have a stable income to the point that you don't actually need a job on the sideline to provide for yourself or for your family. And that's just the case with me. I'm very, very privileged to not have to be able or not need to go to work. Because I can just make my earnings on what I do. And I just keep it very honest here. I'm not going to act like I'm a millionaire, because I'm just frankly not, man. I quite wish I was. But money doesn't always make you necessarily happy, man. I've experienced it as well. But we're not going to talk about that now. Now, for those who do still not know, I decided to actually work and apply for a SEAL center place. Now, the crazy thing is, this actually just wasn't my plan. Not that I didn't want to do this first off, but I actually didn't mean to do this. This was just kind of more as a backup plan, just in case the first one didn't go as planned, because I'd actually applied for a different job for animal ambulance, and I never got a message back from them. I don't know if they forgot. I just simply think they didn't care to bother writing me back, because maybe I was 18, maybe they thought I was too young, too inexperienced, which is quite honestly true. I had no experience with animals besides just having dogs and cats throughout the years. You don't really actually build an experience with cats and dogs unless you walk the dogs and cats. Some people leash their cats, which is very strange, but at least the cat can go outside. Some cats can't handle the experience of freedom and they just run away and never come back. I've had a couple of times. So my old cat Gizzy used to be away for a whole week and then she just reappear. Like, whoa, that's crazy. But I work with animals, and I on purposely chose to not grab a job that can make me money or is something that will make me money, because I just always said to myself, if I can live off doing entertaining stuff on the internet, then I just shouldn't think money should be the most important thing besides it's a job. Now, don't get it wrong. I'm quite aware of the fact that this is my full-time job. With the money, to be quite fair, what does it do to me? I'm just going to keep it very honest. It doesn't do a lot for me anymore, to be quite fair. I gotten kind of used to the fact that I get paid a month. Don't get it wrong, it can obviously disappear. I've been through that as well. Just my channel got hacked. I had 3 guideline violations and I didn't have my channel back. I managed to get my ASMR channel back a couple of years ago. I honestly just can't disclose anything information wise, because it is for legal reasons. But I did get help from someone. I seriously just can't name this person, but this person, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have ever got my channel back. I don't know if this person is still alive to this day. I actually haven't got a single clue, but I just hope the person is alive. Now, I've been working at this SEAL place for a couple of months. I think I've been working there for about 3 to 4 months right now. And I'm going to just keep it very honest. I love working there, as you just know. As you guys know, I just had an incident 3 weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago, where I had been kept on harassed by this individual, a colleague of mine. And I was like, well, I'm just going to quit the job, because it wasn't that I wasn't enjoying the job. The work that I was doing, I was loving it. I just wasn't loving the thing on the side with these people, man. So I thought, well, I'm gonna just quit the job. And I'm actually quite glad I just didn't quit, because why would I quit just because someone is trying to ruin it for me, I suppose you could say. Well, Keegan, maybe they were learning. I know, don't get it wrong, I did realize that they were teaching me, but it was just the way they came across every time, and just in general, I just couldn't appreciate it. And I felt hurt, man. I just keep it real. I felt hurt a couple of times. Like, damn, that shit just hurt me quite bad. As y'all know, I don't really intend to get hurt very easy, but when it comes to like stuff, I'm like, you could have just personally told me that. Come on, that's rude. You don't just do those kind of things, you know what I mean? Just checking sure my battery life is good. Okay, because I didn't charge my laptop up. Yeah, I do work on the sideline. I do this job once a week. I actually, matter of fact, didn't go to work yesterday because I was just not feeling well. As you can probably highly likely tell by my voice, I'm just not feeling great today as well. It's very odd because I'm sweating the whole time. Every time I cough like loud, heavy, I tend to get a massive headache for a couple of minutes and then it just disappears. My nose is full with snot and slime. My throat the same. My throat isn't burning though. I can just talk normally, but as you can highly likely tell, my nose is clogged, and it's quite frustrating. But I just love doing my job. I chose on purposely to not get a job that requires payment or hard labor work in order to get paid, because I could have just obviously went and work at the Jumbo, but like I said, I just don't need to. Obviously, making a couple of $100 a month is always a very good thing, even if you do YouTube full time. You've got to realize, man, this isn't just me recording a video and boom, this and that. This requires a lot more work than you guys actually think. If you don't know what YouTube is, if you've never done YouTube full time, it's just very crazy. But especially, most YouTubers don't actually have 3 channels. Most YouTubers have one massive channel, and they've got a full-time editor for them, or they just have 2 channels. The main channel where they upload 4 or 5 times a week, edit themselves, or highly likely often don't, and they have got a second channel where they kind of like do random stuff. But I really just can't say that everyone has 3 channels, and I don't want to say it's hard work. It honestly just isn't hard work. Just keeping it very real, it's minimalistic effort, but the outcome is very, very high rewarding, at least for me. I don't know if I can speak on other creators, but it's just, you have to come up with a lot of ideas. Just always be creative, always think about the next step further, like, okay, just let me check what video I haven't made in quite a while. How did this video do? Was the like and dislike ratio, the comments, were they more positive than negative? Were they skeptical? You just always got to look on those kind of things. So ASMR channel always have ideas, mukbang channel always have ideas. This channel, to be kind of fair, I'm not running out of ideas, don't get it wrong, but it is just very difficult to think of a new goddamn video every single day that is entertaining for you to click on and watch and say, oh, very, very cool video, So just, if you have got any ideas for this channel when it comes to like a thing we can talk about, just let me know, because I am going to my brother's house next week. I think beginning Thursday or maybe Friday night. So I can definitely just try and see if I can make a podcast video with him. He's agreed to making it, just didn't get the time 2-3 weeks ago, because I made the cigar video at his house. I made a mukbang and another ASMR at his house. So but it takes and requires quite a lot of time. I normally record my ASMR videos at nighttime. Well, actually, I can only record them during nighttime because my baby sister's awake, as you could probably tell in here in the video in the beginning. Dogs, people. I just aim to make my content not as perfect, not perfection, but just at the point where I'm like, as the creator, this is just good enough to post. You know what I mean? I don't aim for perfection, don't aim to be a perfect person, but quality is, in my opinion, very, very important when it comes to a YouTube channel, just YouTube career. I don't have a single clue how my career is still going to this day. Honestly, just keeping it very real. God knows why, actually, what y'all like about my videos. I honestly just don't get what you guys like about it. Is it because I keep it real? Because you can see yourself in me? I honestly just don't get it, man. Why do you guys watch my videos? Just a very, very curious question. I just like to know why you guys watch my videos and why you guys enjoy them. I know I'm quite aware of the fact that some videos are just a little bit strange, but I like experimenting because a lot of people like the titles I make, some of them don't. Some people unsubscribe just because of one video. Hey, I'm glad you unsubscribed. Thank you, actually. That truly means that you're not a real supporter. You hate me. No, I'm just kidding, but I just love doing my job. I actually do hope to eventually one day work fully with animals, because animals just are my passion. I used to actually want to become a footballer, but just keeping it very real, man. Being a footballer it's not unrealistic, but the chance of you becoming an actual professional footballer, it's there. You just have to be very, very talented, and you don't just become a footballer. If you're 15, 16, you get scouted by a high professional team, you still have to go to school. Just don't get it twisted. You have to still go to school by law. Even if you're 17 and you're playing by Real Madrid, dude, your career can flop the next season, and you just have to go back to school when you get a normal job, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with a normal job. Just keeping it very honest. Just because you see these influencers on the platforms making a shitload of money doesn't mean that you're not a good person. That is the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. Just keeping it very real with you, man. Just because these people you follow making millions of dollars a year and you're making 60 grand a year, just keep it real with yourself. That's good money regardless. You just can't compare a normal job with social media. There just isn't a comparison. You can't compare your everyday job with someone who does online videos, because you have to realize revenue online is just very, very crazy. It's just very strange. One video you can make $100 in a day, and the next video you can make $30. It's quite a strange way of making money. And if you make 60 grand a year, god damn, that's just crazy money. That's a lot of money, my man. Regardless of what job you do, online or not, that's still good money. You shouldn't think you're not a good person just because you make less money than them. you keep it real, because you're not brainwashed by all these views and everything. You're not that hungry. You know what I mean? Just keep it very real with yourself. You're useful for society, and they are useful for society. We are all useful in society one way or another. Not everyone may have a high earning job. A lot of jobs that don't earn good money are also highly important in the Netherlands. Here, for example, picking up the trash. If we didn't have people picking those jobs, we would have to do these things ourselves, or the streets would be polluted. Just keep it real with yourself, man. Don't think you're above the rest just because you make a lot of money, man, because that's not the case. You're just as the rest. You all have your place in society one way or another. High ranked, mid ranked, low ranked, whatever class rank, money wise. We all have a participation in society. We are all useful for something. Even if you've got a handicap, you can at least still do something. I mean, well, unless you don't have legs and arms, I suppose. But a brain, that's the most important thing. As long as you have a brain and you can talk or write, hey, then you'll just go far in life. But yeah, I'm just gonna end this video. That's the reason I work, man. I just love working outside of YouTube, and it's just very cool. It releases my mind of other stuff. I hope to get back to work this week, but I just don't know if I will and can, because I'm still not 100% feeling well. But thank you so much for watching this video on Keegan's Podcast yet again. Later on Keegan Mukbangs, we have got a seafood mukbang video coming out. Very, very cool video. Tomorrow, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna take a break tomorrow, man. Just a mental break for me as well. And yeah, got a new ASMR public coming out tomorrow as well. After this video is done, I'm going to go outside, film a couple of shots, and glue them together in an ASMR video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you I won't see you tomorrow. See you in about a day and a half. Peace out, man.